This video is an excerpt from our weekly podcast. Go and watch the full podcast, check the link in the description of this video, or support us on Patreon at patreon.com/prettygoodgaming. This is a cautionary tale for all lonely gamers, or gamer boys out there, right? So the first thing to learn is that people actually pay money to other people to play games with them. This is a thing that I can't comprehend happening, but apparently it happens. And this story hails from China. Guangzhou Daily News on Weibo is the outlet and the place. So apparently this Chinese man was buying the services or paying for the services via an app. Zhao Zhun, his name was, and he was paying Zhao Mei to play games with him, specifically League of Legends. So she's a female player for hire.
Pick something good, for God's sake.
I mean, if that's what he wants to spend his money on, let him. You know, it's his money. Okay, so this happened between November 2019 and April 2020. 5 months' time, he spent $11,000 through the app, paying her to play with him. He got so bonded with her, let's say, that he felt like, you know, there's something romantic happening here. Let's ask her out on a date. So he asked her out on a date in February, and she refused.
Shock.
She refused, and you know, it's just a business thing for her. I mean, you spend $11,000 on a girl, and she still refuses a date. Having spent all that money on her, then the only reasonable thing to do in my eyes is, why not try another $11,000? And that's what he did.
I was like, well, like if someone was paying me that money, then they asked me to go out, and I said no. If they kept paying me, I'd be like, yeah, sure, let's go. Why not? It's another 11 grand.
So he thinks, you know, he doubles down essentially. Gambler's fallacy. Sunk cost fallacy and all that. 11 grand extra. But this time he sent her personal gifts to her house. We're talking what was described in this outlet: watches, cosmetics, etc. So during the subsequent months, he continued to ask her out on dates, and she refuses, right? So the breaking point came when Jun had his in-game friends and fans in League of Legends call Mei his wife while they were playing together. This was too much for me. She was like, no, this working relationship is too much. I want to terminate it. It's over. This broke Jun's heart to the point where he decided to take this to court, and he went to the Zhangjiang Yuhu District People's Court and sued her for, quotes, unjust enrichment to try and get his 22 grand back.
Jesus Christ, please tell me this guy got laughed out.
It concluded with pretty much that, Henry. They laughed him out of court, saying that the two had a, quote, service contract relationship for playing League of Legends, and everything that he sent her was through the post was voluntary, and the case was dismissed pretty quickly. I'm just thinking, what if he'd have spent an extra 30 grand? Maybe that'd have been enough. Maybe he was just too much of a cheapskate for her.
I mean, if this guy has this much money to effectively burn on nothing, he's got to have surely like a reasonable job, right? If he's got 22 grand to just fling at some floozy he's never actually met, surely with that kind of money available, that kind of job, you're a reasonably eligible bachelor. What is preventing you from meeting someone the conventional way? I mean, obviously lockdown across the world. I think, well, who knows how China are actually doing, because if anyone's going to lie about it, it's going to be China. I mean, that has made things a little more tricky. You've got 22 grand to burn. Why not just hire a hooker? You know, get your rocks off the old-fashioned way, and then I'm sure that'll make you feel better, or it'll make you feel so much worse that you'll never do it again. So as far as I can tell, that's a win-win.
Imagine getting to the point where 11 grand, you spent 11 grand on hiring somebody to play a game with you, and thinking, well, I haven't got a date yet. Let's just keep spending and see how it goes. Like, she must like me. She doesn't say she likes me just because I'm paying her, is she? Not. She must like me.
You've got to admire his tenacity, I suppose.
Yeah.
Or blind ignorance. Well, the question is, should she have terminated it sooner? If he's offering her money and offering her the same service, nothing is changing. It's, you play League of Legends with me, and that's the only thing she's doing. He can keep asking for dates all he likes. That's not part of the agreement. I don't think she's done anything wrong there, unless there was a bit more,
dick teasing.
Yeah, teasing and manipulation to
or click teasing. Am I right?
Exactly. I was trying to think of a League of Legends joke, but I don't want to play that game ever, so I can't think of anything.
Yeah. Maybe it's for the best,
Yeah, maybe.
considering.
I don't want to get into this
Yeah.
situation, and I certainly don't have 22 grand to spare on a girl.
The sheer notion of paying somebody to play a game with you can't. That is beyond my comprehension. It's like paying somebody to play a game with you because you're so lonely. I mean, can't you just jump into a random multiplayer game? Surely you'll meet people.
Yeah.
You don't have to pay someone. All right, so you start paying people, and then you get to 11 grand, and then you want to pursue something romantic, and then you pay 22 grand, and then of all the bad decisions that have led up to this point, you decide, well, I want my money back. Let's take it to court. It's like it's just layer upon layer of bad decisions, and this guy is just getting what he deserves.
It seems a bit like in for a penny, in for a pound. It's like, well, I've already spent 11 grand. What's another 11 grand? Let's just go for it.
And the legal fees on top.
Yeah,
which,
that's true.
Obviously.
Well, at least they threw it out. Or they're like, we're not wasting our time with this. What's the young lady's name? Xiao Mei. Good hustle, love. You've done it.
I mean, there are a stupid person has money are soon parted, or whatever the expression is. Like this, a fool and his money are soon parted. This is exactly it's a cautionary tale. Like I said, for all of you lonely guys there online, don't spend 22 grand trying to get a date with some random girl when you could just go to a brothel and get your rocks off a lot cheaper, and you can get a lot more value for that 22 grand.
Go to a bar or something. Talk to people. Try
pick up a girl.
Doing it by being charming and charismatic and nice instead of just trying to buy your way through.
Thanks for watching this video. If you want to go and watch the full podcast, head to the description of this video and you'll find a link to our new podcast channel, or head over to patreon.com/prettygoodgaming and get early access.